Millions of travelers are about to get caught completely off guard. But not just by new rules. They're going to be blindsided by widespread misinformation. Starting in 2026, the actual changes at the airport will completely reshape how you fly, especially to Europe. And I'm not talking about the myths you've heard, like digital passports replacing your book or the 100-milliliter liquid rule vanishing. The reality is actually much stricter. We're talking about mandatory, no opt-out biometric face scans. We're talking about new online applications like ETIAS and ETA that can get you denied boarding over a rule you didn't even know existed. So today, we are separating fact from fiction. We're breaking down the real airport rules for 2026 that will change how you travel. And more importantly, what you must do to stay one step ahead. First up, think your carry-on is safe in 2026? Think again. The big change isn't a new rule, it's how airlines are gutting their cheapest fares. Basic economy is where overhead access goes to die. Airlines didn't invent a new pay-for-the-bin rule. They just stripped all the perks out of their cheapest tickets. You still get a seat in a small bag, but it must fit under the seat in front of you. That's the trap. Look at the fare charts. United and Delta include a standard carry-on for main cabin, but not for basic. Lufthansa's light fare? Same deal, personal item only, unless you pay more. On full flights, agents enforce this. Miss that fine print, and you'll get slapped with gate check fees that are way higher than paying up front. And no, there's no new global bag size for 2026. Each airline still has its own rules, usually around 17 by 14 by 8 inches for personal items. And those fancy new CT scanners at security? They don't change what fits on the plane. A bag that scans faster won't magically fit in a crowded bin. Here's the fix. Invest in a 17 or 18-inch personal item backpack. Look for one with a structured shell, around 20 to 22 liters. It'll slide under most seats, let you dodge those basic economy fees, and still pack 3 to 4 days of clothes if you're smart about it. And if you're worried that tiny bag won't cut it, there's a space multiplier most travelers completely ignore. One small bag, one big problem. It never seems to fit what you actually want to wear. Now, regular packing cubes make things tidy, but they don't shrink anything. Push too hard, and the zipper fights back. That's how you end up with a bulging bag that a gate agent will stop and make you check. Here's the secret. Swap to double-zip compression cubes. Standard cubes just hold a shape. Compression cubes squeeze the air out and cut the volume by 25 to 35%. The trick is to roll or tight fold your wrinkle-resistant stuff, knits, tees, joggers, gym gear, then zip that outer compression layer down to flatten everything. Just keep structured things like a blazer or a collared shirt outside the cube so they don't get hard creases. Material matters. Ripstop nylon resists tears and handles all that compressing way better than thin, flimsy nylon. Good zippers are non-negotiable because they take all the stress. With 2 compression cubes and a slim toiletry pouch, you can turn a personal item into a 5 or even 7-day setup without ever touching the overhead bin. Space is solved. Now, let's avoid a scale shock at the airport. You make it to the gate. The agent smiles, then points to the scale. Heart drop. Your bag looks fine, but on international routes, the limit is the limit. Many carriers cap cabin bags at 7 to 10 kilograms, that's 15 to 22 pounds. And going over can mean a massive gate check fee. Across Europe and Asia, enforcement is tight. Low-cost carriers do random spot checks at boarding, and even full-service airlines are doing it on busy flights. And the weight creeps up fast. A 13-inch laptop and its charger can hit 2 kilograms. One pair of chunky shoes can be another kilo. That's half your allowance gone before you've even packed clothes. Spend $10 on a digital luggage scale and use it twice, the night before you leave and again before your return flight. Make a quick checklist. Wear your heaviest shoes and jacket on the plane. Move power banks and charger bricks into your jacket pockets. Swap bulky adapters for one small multi-port charger. And keep toiletries truly travel-sized. Weight checked. Now, let's protect the one document that still rules every border. Heard you'll be traveling on your phone in 2026? Not for borders, you're not. The hype about digital travel credentials skips a key point. Your physical passport is still the only legal document that gets you in. These digital passes are still in limited testing, and they all start with your real e-passport chip anyway. Know what's real. The US Next Generation Passport is still a booklet, just with better security. You cannot leave the book at home. Europe's new entry-exit system, or EES, won't change that either. When you arrive in the Schengen area, officers will scan your physical passport and take your biometrics to build your entry record. There's no opting out. You refuse, you don't get in. Simple as that. Your move. Carry your passport on you, not buried in your bag. Keep it reachable for all the checks. Use the apps as helpers, not replacements. If the tech fails or a system goes down, that paper booklet is what saves your trip. System outage, dead phone, a bag that never made the connection. Now what? Gate agents and border officers still need proof. Your reservation, your pre-travel authorization, your hotel, your insurance. If you can't pull it up in seconds, you're holding up the entire line and risking a denied boarding or a secondary screening you did not plan for. Print the essentials. Keep them together in a slim folder. A clear copy of your passport data page. Your ETIAS or UK ETA confirmation with the reference number. Your onward or return ticket with the PNR. Your first night hotel name and address. Your travel insurance page with the policy number and emergency contact. These aren't souvenirs, they're your fast pass when the systems don't sync. A printout bridges the gap on the spot and keeps you moving. You're at the hotel, but you need your passport number for a form. The booklet is locked in the hotel safe. Hold up. Just having an unsecured photo of it in your camera roll? That's a terrible move. On an iPhone, open the Notes app. Scan or add clear photos of your passport data page, your visas, and any key cards. Then tap the 3 dots and lock note. Use Face ID or a strong passcode. On Android, use the Secure Folder or a similar locked note app. A quick privacy callout. The face scan you use to unlock your phone stays on your device. It is totally separate from the border biometrics that governments collect. This one locked note gives you instant details for forms, airline check-ins, police reports, or an embassy visit if your physical passport ever goes missing. The fare looks friendly until you get to checkout and see a bunch of extra line items. That's not a glitch. It's new policies showing up in your total. In 2026, 2 big forces are pushing prices higher in Europe and the UK: green requirements and scheduled tax hikes. Before you buy, always click the Taxes and Fees tab. Starting in April 2026, the UK Air Passenger Duty, APD, is rising. And across the EU, the Fit for 55 plan means airlines have to start using pricier sustainable fuels. Guess who pays for that? You do. You might see a base fare of 120 euros, but then another 40 euros or 50 euros piled on top. That's the airline passing those new green costs directly to you. The mini payoff. Compare dates. Leaving before a big tax hike, like April 1st in the UK, or connecting through a hub with lower fees can shave real money off your trip. Bag fees and seat picks add up fast, unless someone else pays for them. Airline credit cards can erase those charges, but the rules are picky. Some credits only work for incidental fees, like bags or in-flight food, not the ticket itself. Look for 3 perks: checked bag waivers on the airline's own card, general incidental fee credits on premium bank cards, priority boarding, which stops you from being forced to gate check your bag. But here's the gotcha: basic economy. Your card's bag waiver might still apply, but the priority boarding often doesn't. You have to read the terms and know your card's reset date. Some credits reset on January 1st, others on the anniversary of when you got the card. That lounge card does more than get you free snacks. It can quietly eat part of your ticket's taxes if you charge the fare the right way. Some premium cards include annual travel credits that apply to the full airline charge. This means those new APD taxes or EU emissions fees can be absorbed as part of that credit. Here's the catch. It usually only works on purchases made directly with the airline. If you book on a third-party site like Expedia or Priceline, the charge might code wrong, and the credit won't fire. Book straight from the airline and time your big international tickets for just after your credit resets. The officer asks, "When do you fly home?" You pause. That's the moment the interview slows down. In 2026, your pre-travel authorization sends your data ahead, but it doesn't replace the human conversation. Officers still need to confirm that your plans match your story. They'll ask, "Why are you here? How long? Where are you staying? When do you leave?" If your ETIAS application says 2 weeks, but you tell the officer a month, you've just created a massive red flag that begs them to pull you aside for more questions. Here's the fix. Keep your return ticket visible on your phone and a printed copy in your folder. One clear page with your return date, airline, and flight number is a huge confidence signal. Have your hotel name and address ready. When they ask, you can answer and show proof in 2 seconds. It tightens the whole interview down to a few questions and a stamp. But what if you don't have a return ticket? You're flexible, but borders demand certainty. Check-in staff do too. If they can't verify you have a plan to leave their country, they can refuse to let you board the plane in the first place. Don't use those sketchy onward ticket rental services. They look legit, but when the airline agent tries to verify that booking, poof, it's not real. And you're the one stuck at the check-in desk, panicking. Here's what to do. Book a fully refundable ticket on a separate itinerary. Choose a fare that's clearly marked refundable and returns the money to your original payment method, not just as travel credit. The 24-hour free cancel window also works perfectly for this. A legit verifiable ticket satisfies the desk and the officer, gets you stamped in, and then quietly disappears when you cancel it, within the policy, of course. That snack pack of beef jerky or that souvenir apple you forgot in your bag could cost you. Customs isn't getting more relaxed in 2026. Many countries are tightening biosecurity checks. The usual traps are small but expensive. Sealed meats, fruit, dairy, and prescription meds that aren't in their original bottle. Before you land, check the official customs site for your destination and look for a digital declaration form. Many airports are pushing these e-declaration forms you complete on your phone. You get a QR code to scan at arrivals. This is great, but it also means if your story doesn't add up, their system will flag you instantly. You think it's harmless. Customs doesn't. A sealed salami from duty-free, a box of cookies, just a few luxury items for friends. All of these can trigger problems if you don't declare them. Here's the reality. Officers care about risk and revenue, not your good intentions. When you skip the checkbox, you turn a small issue into a big violation. Failure to declare can lead to on-the-spot fines, seizure of your items, and an extra screening that wastes an hour of your time. Just so you know, declaring something doesn't mean you're automatically going to get a bill. Most of the time, it ends with a quick look, they toss the restricted food item, and you're on your way. Check the box. Have a 10-second chat. Walk out clean. It's always cheaper and faster than arguing. Okay, this is it. This is where most travelers will get burned in 2026. Myths say these new checks are automatic or optional. They are not. Miss a step, and the airline will not let you on the plane. Here's the fix, in plain English. EES, Entry-Exit System. This is the new EU system that replaces manual passport stamps with a biometric record. If you're not an EU citizen, there is no opt-out. Expect to have your face and fingerprints scanned the first time you enter the Schengen area after it rolls out, phasing in from late 2025. ETIAS, European Travel Information and Authorization System. This is different. This is a paid pre-travel authorization you must apply for online before you fly to the Schengen area. It'll cost under €20 and is valid for 3 years. UK ETA, Electronic Travel Authorization. This is the UK's own version. Many nationalities already need this in 2025, and it's expanding. To be clear, EES is the scan at the border. ETIAS and ETA are the online forms you must fill out weeks before you even leave home. Apply early, carry your confirmations, and expect the EES biometric scan on arrival. Finally, let's make your US return the fastest part of the trip. Think global entry is the only fast lane? Think again. The free Mobile Passport Control app, MPC, can often beat it, especially if you're traveling with a family. Global entry slots are hard to get, but MPC skips the kiosks entirely. MPC is an official US Customs app. It lets US citizens and eligible Canadians submit their passport details and customs answers right from their phone on arrival. Major airports have separate MPC lanes that move fast. Why? Because the officer just scans your QR code, verifies your passport, and waves you through. Better yet, one submission can include multiple travelers from the same household. You file once for the whole family instead of wrestling with the kiosk 4 different times. Download the app before you fly and create your profiles. On touchdown, just select your airport, answer the questions, and get your QR code. Seriously, this app is a game changer. So here's the game plan for 2026. The real shift isn't one single rule. It's a maze of new systems all landing at once. Biometrics at the border, pre-travel approvals that must be perfect, and new fees hidden in your ticket. But none of this has to derail your trip. Lock in your ETIAS or UK ETA as soon as your trip is booked. Expect the EES biometric capture at the Schengen border. Keep your physical passport on you and use mobile passport control to speed up your US return. The bottom line is this: the rules are changing, and the airlines won't always warn you. We'll keep tracking all the quiet changes that airports and airlines won't spotlight. Subscribe for more on-the-ground updates, so your next trip doesn't get canceled by a rumor.